Namaste, Namaskara, Vanakkam. Guys, in this video, I am going to share with you one of the amazing examination tip which will be really helpful for you while you prepare for your examination. Because generally we know that ICA conducts examination for 3 hours. But do you know that you get the question paper 15 minutes before you start writing your answers? Now, what you need to do in this 15 minutes is very, very crucial. If you can utilize these 15 minutes in a very, very best manner, you can smoothly write your answers for the coming 1 hour. Yes, trust me on this. So, what I'm going to discuss here is how to utilize these golden 15 minutes given by ICA boss. The moment a student gets a question paper on hand, they don't have any strategy generally. Directly they jump into some random question or compulsory question they will have a look at. They'll get full panic because the compulsory question is very, very tough generally. As you already know, the compulsory question is 99% toughest question among all the questions asked in a question paper. So there is a strategy how to utilize this 15 minutes in the best possible manner so that you can come out with the best outcome possible. How to utilize this 15 minutes, sir? Very simple, boss. First thing you will not do is don't look at compulsory question. Because the moment you will look at the first toughest question, you will lose all your confidence. You will spoil your attempt. That is why I see a lot of students, they prepare really well for examination. They revise everything. They practice every question and go to the examination hall. But they spoil their attempt because they get into a panic mode. And why the panic mode starts? They look at the difficult question first and they will think, oh, the question paper is very tough. I can't perform and all. And they lose confidence. Of course, that will follow for the all 3 hours. And gone. The game is gone. So there is a strategy boss to utilize this first 15 minutes if you utilize properly to build the confidence. In this 15 minutes, what you will do, you will build your confidence. Once the confidence is built, you will smash the examination. Trust me. Now, the first point, what I told, compulsory question, don't look at it in this 15 minutes. You will look at it later when you will actually write the answer for the compulsory question. So what you will do in this 15 minutes is first jump into other questions, have a glance at it. I said glance. Don't read line by line or a word by word. Just let's say, for example, the question number 2 you are looking at. First, take one pencil and two. Let's say, for example, question number 2 has 3 parts: 2A, 2B, 2C. You read 2A, you felt that confidence means you have already read the concept somewhere. You are able to recall the concept and you know that, okay, boss, this question, similar question, I have already done during my preparation. So I'm confident about it. Just a marker like this mark means, yes, I'm confident. Let's say, for example, you went on to 2B and you are not feeling so confident about that. Then marker like this means you're not so confident about it. Likewise, you will read all the remaining questions from question number 2 to question number 5. So what is the generally question paper pattern? First question is compulsory. Remaining, out of remaining 4 questions, you can eliminate one question because it is option, and rest 3 you have to write. Generally it is like that. Of course, it depends on the paper also. Sometimes it keeps on changing, but generally the trend is like this. Question number 1 is compulsory. Out of the remaining questions, one question you have to eliminate. The rest of questions you will have to write answers. Correct? Now, so let's say, for example, in question number 2, when you read, it has 3 parts. Part A and part B you're confident about. Just you will mark like this. Part C you're not confident, so you will write a into mark on the question number itself, on the question paper. Likewise, question number 3, when you read all 3 parts, you are very much confident about. So all tick, tick, tick. Question number 4, first 2 parts you are not confident. So into mark, cancel, cancel. Question number 4, part C, you are confident about, so tick mark. Question number 5, when you read, you felt that none of the parts are confident. So you will mark into in all these 3 parts. Now, looking at all these 4 questions, what do you understand? Question number 5 is something where you are not at all confident. So, of course, you can straight away what you can do, eliminate that question. So what you do it in this process, you are able to eliminate the optional question which you are not going to write in your answer sheet. One thing is done, one tension is gone. No, you need not spend your 3 hours in finding out the question which you have to eliminate. In this 15 minutes before starting the exam itself, you know which question you are not going to write in your answer sheet. So you are much clear now that you have to just write answer for these 3 questions. Correct. Now, out of these 3 questions also, which question I have to write first, sir, is very, very important, because the first impression should be best impression. The first answer should be so good that the examiner should be very much impressed by your answer, and he will create an impression. Okay, boss, he is a good student. He has written the first question very well. Means he will have a positive attitude while verifying your answer sheet. Are you getting this? So first you will start with question number 3, boss, where in all 3 parts you are very much confident. So you will of course write a super answer on this question number 3. Now, so first start with the best question possible. Then you can of course go to question number 2, where your maximum part is more confident, and then you can write question number 4. I am not saying that into you are not going to write. You will write something relevant. You have to write and come, because you have to write 100% of the paper, boss. Try to write maximum possible. Don't leave the questions. Now, in this process, what you have done is, you have eliminated the choice question which you are not going to appear, and you have found out the best question which you will write first. So all the time the order of writing the answer should be from best to worst. Are you getting this? Now, lot of times what happens, while you are writing the answer, you get stuck. You are not able to recall the concept. In such a situation, what to do, sir? Very simple, boss. Give one time. Let's say, for example, you just keep in mind, for you have to strategize your answer sheet also. For one particular question, how much time I am going to spend? If within that time, if you are able to recall the answer for that particular question, write it. If not, move to the next question. Just simply leave it there and there, then and there, and leave it and move to the next question, boss. Don't get stuck and don't spoil the rest questions also. And one major thing is, don't get panic. What is panic situation? Let's say, for example, you read one question, you started writing the answer. You have revised that question, that kind of a concept earlier while you prepared for this examination, but you are not able to recall the concept now all of a sudden. In that case, what happens? Naturally you get into a panic mode. You forget all the other concepts which you read because of this panic situation. So you have to be very cool and calm, boss, while writing your answers in your answer booklet. I hope this is clear. Now, one more thing, try to keep the MCQs at the end, because MCQs, it can see, MCQ is very simple. If you know the question, you will get full marks. If you don't know, you will get a 0, but never negative. But in a other questions, other than, in a descriptive question, by writing something, at least you can get partial marks. But whereas in MCQ, if you just tick a wrong answer, whole marks are gone. No. So first you will write all the descriptive answers, then keep your MCQs at the end. In MCQs also, first look at those MCQs which you already know. Quickly write those answers, and then leave the, keep the other MCQs at the end, where you need to do little bit of brainstorming. So don't take those questions at the first, where you need to do brainstorming. You will lose a lot of your time there. So I hope this is pretty clear. All the very best for your examination. Do subscribe to this channel. Take care and bye bye.